Good morning. This is KVV Nagbabu, Assistant Professor in Electrical and Electronics Engineering, St. Benfield Engineering College. So today we are going to discuss about electrical machines 2, Unit 2 and revision, which is consists of polyphase motors, and construction, working principle, rotating magnetic field, etc. are under these polyphase motors. We know that the AC motors are becoming widespread in industrial drives in the recent past. Broadly, AC motors can be classified into synchronous motors and asynchronous motors. These motors are classified into asynchronous motors and synchronous motors. Asynchronous motors runs at synchronous speed. Asynchronous motors runs below the synchronous speed. Synchronous motor runs at the synchronous speed. The synchronous speed is given by the expression 120 F by P. Synchronous motor is given by the expression 120 F by P, where F is the frequency and P is the number of poles, and this is given by the synchronous speed. That is why it is called synchronous machines. Synchronous machines are runs with the synchronous speed. Asynchronous machines runs below the synchronous speed. The induction motors are asynchronous machines. And all of the motor, the three-phase induction motors, is extensively used, and many advantages are there of three-phase induction motors. Advantages are there, like simple in construction and rugged, low cost, reliable, good power factor, and efficiency. So that is why most of the machines are three-phase induction motor. If the three-phase supply is available, most of the machines. So now the disadvantages are these are the advantages. Disadvantages are speed cannot be varied widely. So speed cannot be varied widely. This is one of the disadvantage. And speed decreases if load increases. Speed decreases and load increases. This is one of the disadvantages. And starting torque is very low than DC shunt motor. These are the advantages of three-phase induction motor and disadvantages of three-phase induction motor. So the constructional details consist of the construction. So for any running machine, there are two main constructional details. One is stator and rotor. Stator and rotor. You know that the stator is the stationary part of the machine. The stator consists of a number of stampings and slots, and these windings are housed in these slots. The stator has three-phase winding because it is a three-phase supply. Three-phase induction motor, it has three-phase supply. It would for a definite number of poles. The number of poles are constant. The rotor are two types. There are two kinds of the rotor. The stator is now defined. The stator is the stationary part, and that is the outer frame of the machine. So which is the which has slots, and these windings, three-phase windings are these wound on these rotor slots. And coming to the rotor, rotor is the rotating part of the machine, which is the construction and simplest construction and the most rugged construction of the rotor. There are two kinds of the rotors are there. One is the squirrel cage and slip ring. Squirrel cage rotor and slip ring rotor. Two kinds of the rotors are there. So there are two different kinds of the rotor. There is cylindrically laminated core with parallel slot. The rotor connected. The rotor slots are given in the slides. The skew is following happens because this squirrel cage. The structure is like a cage structure, cage of the squirrel. That is why it is called the squirrel cage rotor. Now instead of the squirrel cage, the slip rings are used in the rotor. The slip ring rotor is also called as the wound rotor. Generally, the rotor windings are wound on the rotor. And the squirrel cage rotor, in the squirrel cage rotor, so the cylindrical shape laminations are there, and these windings are short circuited by the end rings, and these windings are short circuited by the end rings on the starting and ending of the winding side. So that the cylindrical laminated core is used. There are two kinds of the rotors are there. Two kinds of the rotor constructions are there. In any case, three phase rotor windings are used. So generally most of the three-phase induction motors are used as a squirrel gauge rotor. Squirrel gauge rotor because starting torque is very high and rotor resistance decreases and increase in the slip, and the torque increases. So starting torque of the squirrel gauge rotor is high. So most preferably three-phase induction motors are squirrel gauge induction motors. So this is the construction details of the three-phase induction motor, and how it will operate at rotating magnetic field. What is rotating magnetic field? How it is available? So we know that when the three-phase AC supply is connected to the stator winding, AC supply is connected to the stator winding, and let us consider this is the rotor. Three-phase supply is connected, so that three-phase alternating current is flowing to the three-phase winding of the stator, and so that it will set up three fluxes in the stator: phi 1, phi 2, and phi 3. So we know that the phi 1 is the flux produced in the first winding, and flux produced in the second winding, and so on. Omega t, which is displaced by 120 degrees phase displacement, sin omega t plus 120 or minus 240. So this is how the flux is varying with respect to the time. Suppose, for example, if omega t is equal to 0, take case 1, omega t is equal to 0, phi 1 is equal to 0, substitute omega t is equal to 0 here, phi 1 is equal to 0, and phi 2 is equal to minus root 3 by 2 pi m, and phi 3 is equal to minus root 3 plus root 3 by 2 pi m. So the resultant flux is equal to square root of phi 1 square plus phi 2 square plus phi 3 square to pi 1 2 pi 2 pi 3 cos theta. So finally the resultant the flux is not equal to 0, it is 1.5 times of the maximum flux. Here at any case, if you consider at any case the resultant flux is not 0. For example, if angle is 0 degrees, for example angle is 0 degrees, the flux phi 1 is equal to 0, phi 1 is equal to 0. Here the phi 2 is not equal to 0. Phi 3 is also not equal to 0. So now the resultant flux is not 0. The resultant flux is equal to 3 by 2 times of the maximum flux. That is why due to three fluxes, the resultant flux is not equal to 0, and that the magnetic flux, the resultant flux at any position is constant, that is 3 by 2 times of the maximum flux. So it is called the rotating magnetic flux. This is how the rotating magnetic flux is created. So rotating magnetic flux is due to the three-phase AC supply. Three-phase alternating supply is connected to the induction motor stator.